with our music making, what happens at the end of a session is I'll ask people for feedback as well. And each time I receive that feedback, I learn so much more about how I can improve going forwards. And, you know, doing this in an iterative way just allows us to learn together. And I feel like my music practice has expanded so much because of using these kinds of tools. To bring it back to the example of this client, absolutely listening to what the staff has to say about the best way to cut costs and making experiments where you try and see whether these cost-cutting measures will actually work and commit to continuously learning about that. You know, these are things which are like very much embedded in the sociocracy tradition, but I suppose also in lean and agile. And just a final thing to say that I really like that I've learned from sociocracy as well is that, you know, there's now this way of assigning salaries. I think this is what you were saying, John, that it's very much a conversation about needs. And, you know, people will come to the table talking about what their actual need is. And there'll be a collective conversation about how much money gets distributed to each person based on those needs, which I find really amazing and I've actually used in my work, and it's quite transformative. It changes the whole conversation. It's a different paradigm, I think. Yeah.
Just to interrupt, Nate, I really want to bring singing to a hackathon sometime.
Oh, that
Never
sounds,
put music in a hackathon.
well, let's get Carolina to run that for us.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I've had experience using consent, co-design by consent to create both hiring and firing processes and to decide how much people get paid. So I know that that can work, but when there's this pressure for cuts, firing people is often the wrong move. And if there's especially strong pressure to find savings, there's a desire to use lean or agile or sociocracy or some blend of these things. Quite a few people who are experts in the field, many of whom have written books where they put this down in print, will tell you, make an agreement that you're not going to fire anybody while you are learning to do the things that will make you better at making decisions together, and that any redesign will happen by consent so that people have a chance to object, and so that people have this social safety that allows them to really be creative together rather than feeling that they need to defend their territory or start fighting the bosses. Because if you want to waste money, creating a fight is the best way to do it.